everyone, this is Miss Diz coming at you today with a new vlog. Before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe to the Miss Diz channel so you can stay up to date with all my latest news from Walt Disney World and Disney Cruise Line. Today, we're talking about Disney Cruise Line and Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. The Disney Parks blog recently updated the website to show us some new details about Lookout Cay and what exactly we can expect further. If you recall, last week or the week before, I gave us a brief update on some photos that I had come across from someone who was cruising near this new private island in the Bahamas. We took a look at those photos and we saw some of the cabanas and the construction going on around them. So yesterday, Disney Parks blog gave us some pretty clear pictures on some of the things we can expect to see when we do go to this private island for the first time in June. So here we see the first photo released. This is Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point, and these are the cabanas that will be here, the family cabanas, and you can see the beautiful turquoise water next to them. And they also shared Too BBQ. This is actually going to be where you eat your lunch when you are on this private island. And they also gave us a brief glimpse of the Tram Stop. This is where the tram, I believe, will take you once you are moved from the actual ship and the port area. And this will be kind of like a meeting point, I'm expecting. So Disney Cruise Line does give us a little more information about what inspired, for example, this dining area, Too BBQ, and also the look of the cabanas. So let's go look at the Disney Parks blog to see exactly what was said. It's actually an update provided by a cast member who is actually from the Bahamas and working on site right now during the construction process. And his name is Joy Gaskins, and he's working with a team, like I said, and he gives us this glimpse in what we can expect. So let's go right down to the cabanas here. So he says, do you see those vibrant colors and patterns designed by a Bahamian artist dotting the beautiful shores of Disney's Lookout Cay? Those are the Mabrika Cove Cabanas, which will be available for families to relax and play along the white sand and turquoise Bahamian waters. Among the first sights guests will see when approaching Disney Lookout Cay, the colorful cabanas will set a tone for the vibrant and beautiful architecture throughout the island destination. I think one key piece of information here is that these cabanas, unlike Castaway Cay, are actually going to greet us when we actually get to the island. As you know, on Castaway Cay, the cabanas are far off. They're nowhere near the actual port area that you dock at on your Disney cruise ship. And honestly, if you never actually even walk to them, you would never see them. So they're really trying to integrate this kind of cabana luxury experience into the actual island a little better for everyone to see. The cabanas do look actually incredible in my opinion. They look a little more spaced out than the ones at Castaway Cay, and I really like the oceanfront area that they're occupying. I find the one at Castaway Cay, they're really nice, but I feel like it's just a little more pristine, the area where these cabanas will be located. And once again, these are the family cabanas. And if you are going to be wanting to book one, I'm just letting you know, just like Castaway Cay, it's probably going to be nearly impossible. The only way I'd say you can book one is being a concierge member. And even then, it might be difficult. But that just means you got to keep cruising with Disney. And maybe one day you will be lucky enough to enjoy one of them. Now, they don't let us know how many family cabanas there will be, but I'm assuming there will maybe be a little more than Castaway Cay since they're always selling out very, very quickly. And we didn't get any information about adult cabanas on a different part of the beach, so we're still waiting for that information. So let's look at Too BBQ. Walt Disney Imagineering designed the architecture throughout Disney Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point to resemble a series of colorful oversized seashells scattered along the coastline. From these beautiful decks under the shade of a shell-inspired pavilion, you'll enjoy some tasty lunch from Too BBQ while taking in the beautiful views of the ocean and sand dunes. Can you spot some nature-inspired art under the pavilion? That is just a peek of the art that will fill these beautiful spaces, all drawn from the coral seashells, fish, and flowers that inform the architecture and also inspire Eleuthera's local artists. So here we can see the bigger image of it again. Now, I do find it's interesting that they're showing us the actual sitting area rather than the barbecue area of Two's barbecue. So this will basically be the same thing as the picnic area at Castaway Cay. I do find it interesting that they're somewhat elevated. Perhaps they are bigger in person. I'm hoping they are going to have a mobility friendly area, because this does look difficult if you do have a stroller, or if you are not as able-bodied, or you just need some mobility assistance. It might be difficult to walk up a couple of steps, and I'm sure they will have that because it is Disney Cruise Line and they are very accommodating to people who have special needs. And now let's look at the Tram Stop. So here we see the Tram Stop. And he says, another early site of Disney Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point is one of our tram stops. This space will soon be filled with the bright colors that will light up the destination, inspired by the warmth of the Bahamian art and culture. Expect hair braiding, merchandise, and lots of fun. So what I'm gathering, this isn't the first stop when you get off the Disney cruise ship. This will probably be the second stop, and I really like how they're framing this. Basically, it's going to be like a meeting point, and a lot of stuff will be connected here. If you know Castaway Cay at all, a lot of stuff is more spread out. For example, on the first tram stop, you do have to walk a distance. You'll come in contact with one shop, and then you do have to keep walking to get to the hair braiding and some local kind of souvenirs and merchandise. So it really sounds like they're changing that and making more of a center meeting place where you can find all these type of things, a Disney kind of shop with some local kind of goods, and also hair braiding and maybe some other stuff. Further down in this article, they also talk about celebrating and preserving the Bahamian culture. And here he describes, when you visit Disney's Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point, you'll be immersed in elements of the Bahamian culture. The special new island destination is inspired by Junkanoo, a long-standing Bahamian tradition celebrating the unique culture of this beautiful country. And then he does talk about this junior Junkanoo competition and kind of how Disney Cruise Line joined forces with it and filmed it and kind of is supporting it. And here we can actually see a video that Disney did take of this junior Junkanoo competition or festival. So this is Joy Gaskins. This is a guy writing the article. So they're talking about how they're helping the community in this private island area.
And our Disney creators can teach them about the careers that are involved in the kinds of things they're doing as they prepare for Junior Junkanoo this season.
Junkanoo is an expression, the spirit, the love, the passion of the people of the Bahamas.
My favorite part about Junior Junkanoo was dancing, because the adrenaline rush when the music hits.
Okay, not to cut her off, but this is basically Disney, as always, is supporting the local community that they are interacting with, and I really do enjoy that. So if you do want to watch that clip, please head over to the Disney Parks blog. And just to keep this cultural theme of the Bahamas going, I'm just going to go down over here and we can see these Junkanoo inspired outfits that Disney Cruise Line did tell us about that Mickey and Minnie will be wearing while they are at Lookout Cay. So you can see them right here quickly. You can see Mickey and Minnie, and a lot of these kind of clothing pieces and colors are very special to the people of the Bahamas and really relate to their culture and the Junkanoo tradition. So what do you think of this update Disney Cruise Line via Disney Parks gave us? Do you think it was enough, or do you want some more? I'm assuming you want some more. I do think they're holding back because obviously they want an element of surprise, and also because there is a lot of more construction going on. I don't think they could have showed us much more. They are working very fast. We did see, like I said, those photos I did show about 2 weeks ago of the construction going on, and it did look like a lot of more work needed to be done by June. I'm sure it's going to be done. This is Disney Cruise Line. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this update. Are you going to go to Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point? Is this an exciting new addition to Disney Cruise Line for you? Please let me know. That's going to do it for this vlog. Please don't forget to subscribe to the Miss Dish channel so you stay up to date with all my latest news updates from Disney Cruise Line and Walt Disney World.